and I'm letting the
all right, so
it
won't get ugly. I won't let both of you get to that point. Okay. You're both Nigerians, so we'll just keep it, civil.
Yes, we're fighting for Nigerians. That's
absolutely. So let me stay with you, Dr. Okpe. Somto was saying earlier before you joined that her ability now to, her spending power has greatly depreciated. She's not even been able to travel as she was, in the last administration. And voters have been, talking about the prices and cost of living as their top concerns. But President Trump boasted that, the nation is back and that it had achieved a turnaround for the ages. And his administration is now being compared to that of Gerald Ford in 1975, where things are also critical for Americans. And Gerald Ford at his State of Union address said the State of the Union is not good. So I'm wondering if President Trump's speech yesterday about the economy matched the reality on ground.
Well, anybody who is saying that they are worse off or whatever can speak for themselves. There are those who are prospering in this economy. There are those who are doing okay. Of course, I'm not going to say there are no challenges, but again, we are looking at a nation that is practically divided into two parts. So depending on who you are listening to, those who hate Trump or who hate what the Republicans are doing will say the nation is going backwards. Those who like some of what Donald Trump is doing, especially, I'm an immigration lawyer, but I don't have a problem with his immigration policies. We can debate that all day long, okay? Because the man is enforcing the law, many of which were passed by Obama. I can give you the names of the laws and the years. Okay, so you can debate his tone. He's aggressive, he's rude. In fact, I might even go so far as to say, I don't want to use a bad word against my president online. I disagree with his personality. I disagree with his rudeness. But do I disagree with his policies? No, I'm with his policy 80% of the time.
And even with the enforcement, how that policy is enforced, two Americans have died in the process of that immigration policy being enforced. You also agree with that?
Exactly.
Okay, I agree. 2 Americans have died, but how many died during the Black Lives Matter? You're talking about that? How many Americans died? How many policemen died? I'm not one death is one too many. But let's not start getting on any high horse because 2 Americans died while they were enforcing the law. During the Black Lives Matter, dozens of police officers were killed. Is anybody talking about that? Do you want names and figures? So again, I am not endorsing the excessive enforcement of Donald Trump. That is obviously bad. Like that woman they shot that was trying to drive away from them, that's unforgivable. I get that. But if you are talking in terms of a nation of 250 million people, the other side will try to make it sound like Trump is killing everybody, including Americans on the streets of America.
All right.
But I live here too, and I go to court every day.
I want to bring in Somto to react to what you have said.
Precious, I have to respond to this. There is no verifiable excuse or verifiable number of any police officers that died during BLM. Police officers died during the January 6th protest or January 6th invasion by the Trump voters. There is no number. The FBI has released statistics. I do not understand where Mr. Banwo got his numbers from. Precious, there is nothing of such. Now, to discuss the economy, the spending power of the average American has dropped. Mr. Trump talked about his promises that he got $10 trillion. Donald Trump said $18 trillion last night. The White House website itself, I am literally reading from the White House website right now. It has only $10 trillion of pledges, Precious. Pledges, not actual money or investments. Pledges. Those are promises, nothing valuable, nothing tangible. Now, to be fair, I will give Donald Trump credit where credit is due. The Dow went up 50,000 points. He's absolutely correct on that. Dr. Okpa is correct on that. The Dow went up 50,000 points last year. But to be honest, only 10% of the American population owns stocks. The rest live in abject poverty. This is not an emotional conversation. This is a statement of fact. Only 10%, Precious, and that 10% includes Dr. Okpe and I. Because why? When Nigerians were overeducated, I'm going to say we're all middle class. I'm going to leave us at that. We're middle class. So we are going to have some stake in the stock market. But the rest of America does not. Yes, Donald Trump got the Dow to be 50,000%. I am absolutely impressed by that. That was wonderful. But the economy itself is still bad. The cereal companies are increasing the amount of cereal per box. How are the kids going to feed? Precious. There are a lot of Nigerians out of work. They are literally feeding their children cereal, cornflakes. Our people don't have money to buy food anymore, Precious. I am the one dealing with that. That's literally what I do every day. I went to, yesterday, on Sunday, I spent Sunday going to 4 different churches to provide food from Nigerian farmers here in the state of Texas, Precious. Our people do not have food to eat. But Mr. Ope is coming on national TV talking about how the economy is so great. It's not so great from the work I'm doing. It's not so great. I see people at their lowest. Grown men who cannot get jobs anymore. There has been a record amount of Nigerian layoffs. A record amount, Precious. So no, the economy is not so great for the rest of the society right now.
So